What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode number 15 of the story of Ricky Holberman in MLB The Show 18. MLB The Show 19 just came out today, and you guys saw the Texas Rangers franchise reveal. And if you have not, well, newsflash, I'm going to be doing the Texas Rangers for MLB The Show 19 in franchise mode. Now, quick disclaimer about that. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that franchise as we see Ricky batting here against Luis Castillo. I'm waiting until Operation Sports full minor league rosters come out until they're released. Not sure when that timeline is, what date that's going to be. If it does take a long time, like I'm talking like a month or 2 months to get it started, then I'm just going to go ahead and start the franchise. I'm not going to wait for the Operation Sports roster. And then we'll figure out what else and how else we're going to go about it as we move along. But in the meantime, we're going to be doing a lot of finishing up Ricky Holberman here. Series finale is probably going to be on Friday, depending on how the Tigers do with Holberman and basically his career here. So he's an 8-year pro, and we'll see how this is all going to translate as we try to wrap this series up. And we're also going to be doing March to October with a couple interesting teams, and I'll have that posted on later on today. So we see here Trey Mancini going to get the Tigers a 2-run shot. Ricky Holberman already on first base there after a single, so Mancini comes through with a 2-run home run. Going to put the Tigers up top, and then a little bit later, Tigers now up 5-3 in the bottom of the 8th. And these Angels, guys, have been a thorn in Ricky Holberman's side for a long, long time, even against the Red Sox, and when he was with the Houston Astros a little bit in the same division, right? That both these teams are fighting for playoff spots constantly, and it seems like every time that Holberman gets into the playoffs and plays the Angels, something bad seems to happen with the team. So we'll try to get that momentum going into the playoffs as we get the W here against the Angels. We'll try to get some positive vibes going here against that team. Get the monkey off their back, so to speak. So Ricky against the Kansas City Royals here in the bottom of the first, going to get on base with a double as he sent a shot to the right corner in right field. And then his next at bat with the Tigers down 2-0 in the bottom of the fourth, Holberman's going to get a single a little bit left center. So what's funny is that the Tigers, after Michael Fulmer won the Cy Young last season, he's now a Kansas City Royal. And here's a base hit by Trey Mancini, and Holberman's going to round second and head to third. So good base running by Ricky. And he's kind of taken Fulmer to school here in this game thus far. Mancini, I don't even know how he got to that ball. But, oh, no. Terrible read. Just got really greedy. Really, really greedy to try to get in home safely on that tag up. And, you know, that's why you hit your cutoff man, guys. That's why you do it. Eventually you can possibly have a play. Toss it right back over to third base. You get the runner. You nab him. So in a 2-2 game here, Ricky comes up to bat. Runner in scoring position. I'm thinking he's got to go to right field. You either got to go to right field and just slap it, or you get a pitch like that you can drive, a hanging slider, and it's going to be a line drive out to center field. It's caught. 2 away. Bottom 10. Tigers basically have one more shot to get it done, and they don't. Whoever came up next didn't get it done. Royals end up getting the run in the next half of the inning. There you go. So that would be a loss for the Detroit Tigers. As we go into the All-Star break, the Tigers are now 59-38. They're 10 games above the White Sox, so this is a very good baseball team yet again, and it looks like the American League playoff picture is pretty much set. Now, I want to be careful when I say things like that because obviously anybody can get on a hot streak and anybody can get on a cold streak, but for the most part, most things stay consistent in baseball. Normally, when you see a team like the Brewers with 2 games back from the Reds or the Giants, who are only a game and a half, well, a half a game, up on the Dodgers, then you want to start talking about, hey, you know, there could be some changes here in the standings. But 10 games, 9 games, a lot's going to happen to go right for that second place team. So it's looking like the Tigers are going to make the playoffs behind Holberman, Mancini, and a lot of the other role players, Patrick Hager, the first baseman. We get a little stats update here for Ricky as we're heading into the All-Star game here at Progressive Field for Cleveland, a former stadium that he used to play at, right, where he only won his one World Series with Cleveland. He's got bases juiced here in the bottom of the first and ready to get some damage done and help the American Leaguers out, but he's going to pop out. Just didn't come through in the clutch. So, National League up 1-0, and Lucas Giolito is pitching for the NL. Holberman's going to foul off the first pitch. He's trying to jam him, and then this pitch outside, and Holberman's going to pull it, and it's going to go just past the third base line, and look at that. Holberman's going to slide in safely with a double. Gotta like what we see here out of Ricky, and then a ground ball to second base. Good moves there to get to third, but the run will not score. We're going to get that ground ball out, so it's going to be a 3-1 count here in the bottom of the fourth, and a ball that just missed a little bit. It was a little bit low here to Castro, but it's going to get him to walk, and that's probably a smart. I mean, that's a smart move. You got to walk that batter in a 3-1 count. Don't throw him a gimme fastball, and then have him lift it out there to outfield and get that run scored. Set yourself up for a possible double play opportunity. But Zach Granite comes through and gets that fly ball, but Ricky is not going to get in. He's going to get tagged out. So for whatever, he's having a tough time with third base reads, trying to score on sacrifice flies. I don't know what it is with him, man. He's struggling. Doesn't have a lot of speed, I guess. He's got speed enough to steal bases, but not enough to score sac flies. It's very, very strange. But we're going to go ahead and skip ahead all the way to the end of the season. Ricky hit about 270, 27 home runs. It wasn't that much of a productive season for Holberman, as we see Nomar Mazara, who actually, by the way, was on the thumbnail for you guys for the Texas Rangers. Yeah, cool, right? He's going to win the MVP for the Cleveland Indians. And we see that Holberman had 26 home runs, hit 283, excuse me, not hit 270, he hit 283, which, for all intents and purposes, is a pretty solid season, right? I mean, you take that as a pro, but they're not Ricky Holberman numbers that we're so used to seeing, right? We're used to seeing the 30-plus home runs, the 100 RBIs. Those days might be well past him. And I hate to say it because he's only 26, 27 years old. So he's kind of already hitting his prime. It's just seeming like the numbers are starting to drop off here in Detroit. And I think that that's probably got to do with the lineup that he's in. Now, when he was with Boston and Cleveland, those lineups were pretty much juiced with a lot of good hitters. He had a lot of protection in those lineups. Here, he's kind of just the guy. The 1A would be Holberman, and the 1B would technically be Trey Mancini. So you guys see what I'm saying here? Yeah. Well, Holberman didn't flash the leather on the top of the first, and the Angels are going to end up scoring 3 in that inning. So now 4-0 in the bottom of the fourth. Ricky can't come through in his first at-bat to get any runs on the board with a solo shot, but he's going to come through with, looks like, not going to be a base hit. So he's hitting the ball hard. He's hitting the ball hard, and with a runner on first, you want to see, some more production there, kind of help everybody out a little bit. 4-2 game here, so his teammates are picking up the slack for sure. Bottom 6, 53 pitches in here. Strike is going to get called on Holberman at the knees. It was a pretty borderline call. Tough pitch to swing at in an 0-0 count. Not going to lie. I don't know why you would waste your at-bat swinging at that. I mean, what are you really going to do with it, right? Just wait for a fastball. Wait for something you can drive. If you get it, you get it. The pitcher's probably not going to throw curveball the whole entire way. But he has here. He has here. So he's thrown 3 straight curveballs, 2 of which have landed in the strike zone. That's a fastball. High and outside, trying to get Holberman to chase there. Pretty good setup pitch by the pitcher here. 2-2 count now. 57 pitches in, and Holberman is actually going to get another fastball, But this time it's low and inside, and he somehow pops it up into foul ground. Third baseman will retire Holberman here. So 5-2 game. And in the bottom of the 8th, Holberman's going to drive this pitch left center field into the gap, but Mike Trout comes through in the clutch for LA. And that out is made, and the Angels are going to end up winning this game. So they now go up 2-1 in the series, and we have one more game in Detroit to get it done. We got to get it done here. LA leads 2-1. We're still home. We have the home field advantage. Got to get it done. 2-0 count here on Ricky in the bottom of the 1st. We win this game. We go back to LA to face elimination here. So here's a drive. Right field. Is it going to have enough juice behind it? It is. That's a big-time boosh for Mr. Ricky Holberman. 362-foot shot. And it's up 2-0 for Detroit. Robinson gives up the home run. So, guys, what do you think? Can we do it? Can we actually do it? Can we stave off elimination, and can we head to LA to get an ALDS W? Well, Ricky's going to try his best to throw it away, literally. He almost threw that ball right in the dirt. Luckily, it was scooped out by first base. So we see the postseason picture here. Red Sox advance. So if the Tigers advance, we will be taking on the Red Sox in the ALCS. And on the National League side, it's kind of a mixed bag right now. So a lot of different things could happen. Ricky's going to get a walk here in a 3-3 game in the bottom of the 3rd. So threes are wild. Trey Mancini comes up, and he's going to send a ground ball out to shortstop, over to second base, and the double play will be made. So the Tigers are done in that inning, nothing going on, and we get Ricky up here yet again, and it's kind of getting depressing a little bit because now look, 13-4 in the bottom of the 5th. I don't know what happened. I don't know who was pitching, but it doesn't look too good. It looks like we're going to get eliminated here yet again by the LA Angels. So yet again, Angels are a thorn in Ricky's side right now. Here's a ground ball out to third base. They're going to go over to second, back to first, and Holman's going to beat it out, but they can't scratch across any more runs. A little bit later on, though, we do pull it closer. It's going to be 14-8 game in the bottom of the 6th. Holberman is going to send a fly ball out there to center field. Line drive, excuse me. Mike Trout tries to make a diving attempt. Nothing doing. So Holberman does his best to give his teammates a chance to drive him in. And, down 6, we need a home run. Yeah, and we're going to get it. So Trey Mancini comes through in the bottom of the 6th. So we're not out of it yet. A 2-run shot is going to make it 14-10. So, again, I don't know how Detroit came back. But we totally did. And as we skip forward just a little bit, we will give you guys a score update. Now it's 17-10. So still, the Tigers get runs, make it a little bit closer, and yet still the Angels find a way to extend the lead out. So it seems like nothing that the Detroit Tigers can do right now is working. It just wasn't meant to be. It just was not meant to be. And Holberman's going to probably end the 2026 season on a low note. Not a lot of production for him this season, and the Tigers, made the playoffs yet again, but losing in the ALDS is becoming a trend. And that's something that we got to get fixed. We got to get changed. So we'll have to see what the Tigers do in the offseason. Hopefully that they give Holberman some protection a little bit and they don't start losing players like they did with Michael Fulmer. He's now a Kansas City Royal for some odd reason. He just won the Cy Young and now he's out pitching for Kansas City. I don't know what they're doing out in Detroit, but I mean, he's probably thinking like, what the heck did I sign up for out here, right? So I just want to give you guys a little rundown of all of the career highlights and what he's done and where he's been, because it was a roller coaster in his first few seasons as a big leaguer. And as we start coming to a close with this series, it just makes sense to kind of go over some of the milestones and the highlights of Ricky's career so far. And I don't think we're end up going to finish the series. I know I really want to, but I don't think we're ever going to really get it done because, he's in his 8th season as a pro. We've probably got like 10 more episodes left to go. And it really just depends on his overall rating and how much that's going to regress. But I'm going to leave it up for your guys' imagination. We'll have a series finale on Friday. I'll do my best to try to get through as many seasons as I possibly can in under like 30 minutes. But we'll leave it up to your imagination. Do you think that Ricky was still the all-star? You can make up your own narratives about Ricky. I'd love to see those in the series finale comment section. So, guys, I'll see you on Friday for the series finale. Hope you enjoyed this series as much as I did giving it to you. Leave a like if you like this thing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, peace.